Looks to be just about in readiness. And off we go. Hunters Hill with first use of this one. Trying to go far side, wrapped up, upright tackle. Hunters Hill wearing the black jerseys with the white sleeves. Not quite the hoops, but still a very striking Hunters Hill design. Briars Maroon, funnily enough, in the maroon. Awkward looking tackle, still in possession, 35 away, penalty advantage breaks down for not rolling. Tap taken over halfway, 45 from the goal line now, trying to put our first points on the board within the opening minute. Moving towards the 22, big overlap now, plenty of room to run. Great cover tackle, almost went off her feet over the ball. Still with room towards the corner, keeping it alive, looking for support. And I think there might be a player down here, but they cut inside and they'll score with 6. Why not? Try time Hunters Hill. It's Hunters Hill 5, Briars yet to score. And if my eyes don't deceive me, yeah, they are playing with 6. Well, you wouldn't think there'd be a gap to find.
You got someone down over here. The shoulder. The winger.
And that one won't be good enough, the conversion. Very tough ask with these drop kicks especially. And looks like Hunters Hill might be in some strife because they've got a player that is holding onto a shoulder or possibly a rib or something. This might be 5-on-7 here.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Think she's going to be staying on. She's going to tough it out, or is she? She's got her arm in a jersey sling. That's not a good sign. She might be cracking on here. This would be an impressive effort. No, I think she's going to have to make weight. We get back underway with about 4.5 remaining now. Almost a late hit, ball bounces favourably for the hosts, who now need to find a way to create 2 extra players out of nothing. And with a pass like that, that might not be that much to ask. And they're going to be in here again, Hunters Hill. Hunters Hill 10, Briars Maroon 0. And this time, no mistake from behind the posts. Hunters Hill lead 12 points to 0. And off we go again. Briars, another opportunity here. Find themselves 12 points down early against a weakened opposition, but they're back to 6 for the time being. Great ball to keep this play alive. Just short of halfway, got to present the ball, and eventually it is, but Hunters Hill almost steal it. Through the hand, another solid upright tackle. Popped out the back, and there's the overlap for the Briars, but they need the bounce. Referee thought about it being a knock-on, decides against it, and away go the Briars down the far sideline, and this will be the first try of the afternoon for Briars Maroon. There it is. Briars Maroon 5, Hunters Hill 12. You'll excuse me, I had to stop myself from saying a 4 and 20 meat pie. Normally doing the subbies commentary, so apologies. Tough angle, no conversion. Briars Maroon 5, Hunters Hill 12, 2 minutes remaining in this first half.
Sit up. Sit up, you're receiving.
So rolling subs as well. In sevens, and just a reminder, the scoring team kicks off as well.
Behind red.
Hunters Hill retain the possession from the kickoff and looking to make something happen down that far sideline. It seems to be where all the action is happening in this one. Just short of halfway.
Follow, Renee. Pass it forward.
Runs around and looking for an opening, finds one straight up the middle. And I tell you what, she's going to be tough to stop, and they're not going to stop her. It's another try from a short-handed Hunters Hill, 17-5. Well, we almost had a boil over in our first game. Manly holding on against Briars Gold, 19-14, taking it right to the wire and almost put another try on. Hunters Hill getting off to a very fast start and good mark by the referee. The conversion goes over. Hunters Hill 19, Briars Maroon 5. And that'll bring up half time, and they'll take that lead into the half. Second half about to get underway in our second match of today's round one Sydney Women's Sevens competition in the summer, and it feels like summer, it's got to be said. Not a bad thing after a pretty wet and cold and miserable season overall. And we're off. Briars with it. First use of the football, and it's been knocked on almost immediately. Penalty, Hunters Hill. So trying to christen this brand new facility with a win in the first time of asking in the Sydney Women's Sevens comp. And it's a penalty the other way now. Tap taken. Have they retreated the 10? I think they will eventually. Still playing a player short. And here go the Briars into the open. Offloaded. Still with it, keeping the play alive towards the 22, but not over it. About 2.5, 3 metres short. Looking for an offload out the back. They get it, wrapping around. Try time Briars to open up the second half, as long as she puts it down, which I tell you what, in sevens, it increases the blood pressure a bit when you see them running around the in goal. But it takes time off of the clock, of course, and it's Briars 10, Hunters Hill 19. Should have a pretty good view of this kick. And we do, and unfortunately it's not successful. Briars Maroon 10, Hunters Hill 19, with about 5.5 minutes remaining. Do the Briars have something up their sleeve, or is the club going to go none from two to start off our Women's Sevens season, this summer season? Well, reports of the end of rugby season after the shoot, shield and subbies wrapped up. Well, cop that. 7 rounds over the next 6 months to keep your appetite quenched. If she gives herself up there, it'll be a Briars scrum right on that 22 metres line. Retained. Briars with an opportunity to strike back early towards the 5 over it. It's another try to the Briars. And maybe now that player overlap is starting to hurt because Hunters Hill raced away at the start, but their lead's down to 4 with a kick to shrink it to 2. And another tough ask on this conversion attempt. Lands just short. The radar was accurate in terms of direction, but, well, some might say she skied it. So it's a 4-point game, about halfway through this second half. Hunters Hill trying to find a reply here and get back on the front foot. They controlled this game from its opening. Referee, lower the target is the message, and hard to argue with that. We heard that a lot this season across all forms of rugby, and now hearing it in the sevens format. Penalty. In from the side. Hunters Hill chance to get back on the attack here. Briars have to retreat, and they have not done so. And off they go again, Hunters Hill. Right back on the front foot now. Brand new facility. Will they pop the champagne early on? It's another penalty. No point arguing, get back on side, but we have a player injury. Referee's going to keep an eye on it, calling for a physio, but Hunters Hill attacking in the meantime. Through their hands again. Now the player's in a position of danger. They've got to be careful here. Still on the haunches. Towards the 22, back over it. Awkward looking tackle. Referee says not held, or does he? Well, there we go. Shut my mouth. 2 minutes to go. It's a 4-point game still. Briars Maroon need a try here. It's 7 on 6 through no fault of their own. Hunters Hill just short on numbers. Looking for a wrap around the back, almost fumbled, but I think it was backwards and the ball is there. Briars scrambling, trying to find a way through, hammered right off the ball, but just in time. Briars need a 5-pointer here. Flat ball, we'll say, almost offside from the pass, but referee playing it on, exercises some leniency, and there's a try begging here for the Briars. Being pursued at a rapid rate of knots, but I don't think they'll stop it, they won't. It's another try to the Briars, their 4th one, and finally, Briars Maroon take the lead. Briars Maroon 20, Hunters Hill 19, trying to spoil the party with a minute left. It's only a 1-point game. This one isn't over yet if the bell hasn't rung. I'm not entirely sure that I've seen a drop goal kicked in a sevens game in the time of me watching over the past few years. It is limited experience, but Hunters Hill, that's exactly what they could do to take the lead here. Deep kick-off. Pins them back on their 22. Any points will do. In the dying stages, Briars have stolen it. Ball over the top. This didn't look like the result we were going to see with the Hunters Hill fast start. There's the bell. And that's full time. Briars have come back, and that's the first win for the club in round 1 of this Sydney Women's Sevens competition. Briars Maroon 20 defeat Hunters Hill 19.